All around the world, countries suffer from poverty. Almost half of the world's population live on just $2.50 a day. To put that into perspective, an average school lunch costs more than what some people live off daily. According to UNICEF, out of these 3 billion people who are living under poverty, a third of them are children. These children do not have access to basic needs such as food, water, education, and shelter. Not only is poverty making life inconvenient, but is a cause for the deaths of tens of thousands of children daily. In Hong Kong, approximately 20% of the civilians are living under the poverty line. Furthermore, Hong Kong has one of the most significant and severe wealth gaps in the world. Despite this, Hong Kong is still dubbed as Asia's World City. Poverty is a severe problem all around the world. I'm sure most of you have seen images of starving children in critical condition. They don't have a roof to live under or much food to eat. There's a great number of people living in poverty, and there's almost 1 billion people living below the World Bank poverty line. Many of them are children. Hong Kong also suffers from poverty. According to our research, around 1.37 million people live below the poverty line, and many of them are children. Out of the 7 million people who live in Hong Kong, 200,000 of them live in the infamous subdivided units, also known as cage homes. 50,000 of them are children. These subdivided units are very cramped and people barely have space to sleep. We have also witnessed those living in poverty on the streets, like the homeless without any shelter. In 2016, the inflation rate in Hong Kong decreased to 2.41%. The year after, the inflation rate decreased to 1.48%. However, in 2018, the inflation increased back to 2.41%. Hong Kong's middle class consists of those who earn more than $55,000 a month. However, only 10% of the households in Hong Kong have this monthly income. We can help them by donating to charities or even by joining community activities. For example, we volunteered to do a bread run, where we delivered bread to a center to be given out to those living in poverty. The situation in Hong Kong is getting severe, so as good citizens, we should step up and help those in need. A simple favor can change a life. In Hong Kong, multiple NGOs and the government all have a similar goal in mind: to alleviate Hong Kong's poverty crisis. Despite this common goal, they all have different perspectives on how to tackle this issue. For example, in 2017, the government initiated a shared housing project in hopes of limiting the cost for rent. Bernard Chow, the chairman of the Council of Social Service, said that public housing is their only hope, but this takes time to build. During the long wait, short and medium-term solutions have become increasingly important. On the other hand, Kids for Kids, a non-government organization, has different ideas. They believe in focusing on youth development, as half the world's population is under the age of 25. On their website, it states that their mission is to unite the power of kids to develop social responsibility, take positive action, and inspire kids to make the world a better place. I believe that Kids for Kids' argument is more convincing. As one of Hong Kong's leading NGOs, Kids for Kids has a sense of reliability in everything they say because their team consists of multiple experts. Although the government is also a reliable source, Kids for Kids specializes in the area of poverty, whereas the government does not. This leads to Kids for Kids being a more trustworthy source.
2日或者3日有人嚟啦，好多人嚟啦，發嗰啲衫褲啊、禮物啊、餅啊、飲嘢啊，快即係呢度俾。我覺得即係啲人關心我哋咯。
However, it is not all negative and there is still hope. In Hong Kong, dozens of non-government organizations and charities work on different aspects of poverty that need to be solved. For example, Feeding Hong Kong works on supplying those in need with food and water, whereas Kids for Kids works to teach children how to read and write. In addition to this, the government is taking action through its multiple schemes and policies, such as the public rental housing system.